Hey guys, so in today's class we're going to be talking about superstitions. Okay, so when we come to class we're going to be working with another worksheet. And so if you're a beginner or intermediate student, this is a pretty good class for you because we're going to get practice speaking, reading, vocabulary, fill in the blank. So we'll be working with grammar. All right. And we have one student who joined class. Welcome, H. Martin.
Hi.
So where are you from? And are you new to Burbling?
Yes. Well, I started yesterday. I'm from Spain, Madrid.
Okay. Yeah, so you are a new student. You started yesterday? Well, welcome to Burbling. I hope you like the class today. So this is a great class, just like H. Martin. If you are newer to Burbling and just want to get a feel for classes, you can definitely join class and we'll work through a worksheet together. So I'm going to show you. Do you have the worksheet, Martin? Did you download it?
Nope.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I can take it.
Okay. And while you're doing that, I'm going to show everyone out there on Burbling how they can join or how they can download the worksheet so they can follow along with us if they don't join class, or if they are going to join class, they can know where to find our resource. Okay, so we're going to go to live classes on Burbling, and we're going to go to my class, and you'll see class description. I tell you we're talking about superstitions, and it's going to be a cultural exchange. So I really want to know about superstitions in your own country, maybe even superstitions that you have. All right, because they are cultural based a lot of times. So we'll see how different or how similar they are. And to get to that worksheet, you have to go Superstitions PDF. Okay, and you'll come to this web page. And so what I'm going to do to make it easier is to post the link for you all in Burbling chat. Okay. All right, so wow, it looks like a lot of people are joining class. All right, and so you guys can follow that link or do it on your own on Burbling. All right, so why don't we start with some introductions. And so I want you to tell us your name, where you're from, okay, and how long you've been on Burbling. All right, so that way we can get to know our class a little bit better. Would anyone like to start at all?
Okay, my name is Martin. I'm from Spain, Madrid, and I started in Berlin yesterday.
Yeah, perfect. So that's a great example. So would anyone else like to share just their name, where they're from, and how long they've been on Burbling or studying English? It's up to you. What about Lee Hung?
Yeah. Hello, I'm Hùng. I'm from Vietnam. I'm in Berlin for a week.
Awesome. All right. So Vietnam, and you've been on Burbling for a week. So welcome to the website, okay, and welcome to class. And what about Manel Mucci? Where are you from?
I'm from Nigeria, and I have been on Burbling since I think November.
November. Very nice.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And what about Mizut Demerci? I'm also sorry if I say your names horribly wrong. Okay.
My name is Mizut. Wedding about 3 months old.
Okay. So you're really quiet. Hopefully, you can work on your microphone or the volume. Okay, so you've been on Verbling 3 months. And where are you from?
I'm from Turkey, in Istanbul.
Okay, from Istanbul, Turkey. Very cool. And I hope that's not your kid with the cigarette. All right. And what about Nukmal Shakur? All right. And what about Samir? I had you in my last class.
Yes. My name is Samir Suleiman. I'm from Saudi Arabia. I have been attending in verbal classes for a month.
And sorry, can you repeat what country you're from?
I'm from Saudi Arabia.
Okay. Whew. And what about Jaroslav Rudika?
Jaroslav.
Sorry.
Just Jaroslav.
Jaroslav.
It's difficult to translate.
Yes.
My name is Jaroslav. I'm from Ukraine.
And are you new to Verbling?
I'm verbling about 1 month. I don't remember.
Okay. About 1 month.
It's first time in your class.
Yes, I see a lot of new students and some students that I had the last hour. So welcome, everyone. And I think we only have 2 more introductions. But I'm sorry, I can't read your name. I don't recognize the alphabet. So, yeah. I think maybe a woman. I'm not sure. I heard her voice before. So if you can give us an introduction, that'd be great. I don't know if she's with us. All right. And Ali, can you introduce yourself again for this class?
Yes, I'm Ali from Syria.
Okay. And how long
Can you
have
hear
you
me?
been on Verbling?
Yes.
We can hear you.
No, I told yes, it's been 2 weeks now.
2 weeks. All right. So we have a pretty great variation for class. All right. All right. So this should be good. An interesting discussion. And I just have to pull up the document here. And I'll post the link again. So once again, I want you to go and download the document. Okay. Here's the link. And you can follow along. And that way you can see the questions we're going to take a look at. Okay. No, this first. Okay. So we're going to be talking about superstitions. Can anyone tell us what is a superstition? So what is a superstition?
It's like a fear from specific thing.
Yeah, it's a fear of a specific thing.
Like a myth?
Yeah, more on the side of a myth. Okay, so it's not a fear like I am afraid of spiders. It's not that type of fear. It's more like I am afraid of ghosts, or I think my house is haunted. But I actually do think my house is haunted. So, okay, so superstitions. It's a fear of a specific thing, usually more mythical, magical, something we can't really see. Okay, so just to go over, a superstition is not I am afraid of spiders, but more that my house is haunted. So something like that. All right, and I'll see if I can get a better definition to. Okay, and a belief in supernatural beings or supernatural things. All right, and supernatural beings or things. Okay. Okay. So now that we know what a superstition is, okay, would you say that you are superstitious people? I want you to either say yes or no, and then give me a reason why you are superstitious or a reason why you are not superstitious. Okay? So just to get warmed up on the topic, so are you a superstitious person? What do you guys think?
I am not a superstitious person
Mm-hmm.
because actually in my religion, in Islam, it's not like reasonable to be afraid of a particular thing.
Okay.
I'm not. Yes.
So you're not a superstitious person
No.
because your religion, you believe in your religion that being superstitious of something, I don't know how to rephrase it. That was a good answer. I can't rephrase it. So perfect. Anyone else? What do you guys think? Are you superstitious?
I'm not superstitious, but I try to avoid, for example, the number 13 or something like
Why
that.
the number 15?
I don't know. I don't have problem with the number, but if I can choose another number or or try to avoid it, I avoid it.
Okay. And you're from Spain. In Spain, is 15 an unlucky number or a number
13.
that brings bad luck? 13.
13.
Okay. That's the same for us as well. 13 is not a good number in the United States.
Mhm.
So you try to avoid that. Anyone else? Are you superstitious? So I would say, personally, I am superstitious. I'm convinced my house is haunted. All right. I live in a house from the 12th century, and there are sounds at night. I swear there's a ghost or something living here because you can hear something walking up the stairs at night. Okay? But it's probably just a pipe. All right? But I'm convinced it's a ghost. All right? So something like that. And I also try. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just asking, how can you, I don't know, how can you live with the idea that there is a ghost there? It's scary.
It is scary, and someone just said there's something behind me.
No,
Not funny, guys. Not funny, guys. Well, actually, I wish that I wasn't. I'm not super superstitious. You know, I'm pretty reasonable. But there's that little bit of fear, you know, so I don't feel completely safe. So I don't go downstairs at night after midnight. That just does not happen.
You can cover
Just in case.
You can cover with your blanket or sheet that they are anti-ballet.
Exactly.
But I think a ghost not superstition. Ghost is
Real.
fact.
Okay.
Real.
I wouldn't say maybe facts, but they could exist. You know, spirits can exist. So yeah, that's a superstition. Also, being afraid of the dark. So if any of you are afraid of the dark, you can share that. That's a superstition, just like the number 13. And there's a few others. So anyone else want to tell us a small fear or tell us why they're not superstitious?
Well, I fear the dark, but only when I watch, for example, a horror movie and I remember the scene. But yes, there are superstitions here a lot. For example, the broken mirror. Once I was with my friends in high school and my mirror broke. They told me don't look at it because you would be unlucky for 7 years. But I did not believe this. I kept looking at it, and I was like forcing them to look at the broken mirror, but they were very scared. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a great example of a superstition. So the broken mirror, what other superstitions do you have in your countries? So we have the broken mirror, ghosts, darkness.
Black cat.
Bottom of
black
the
cat.
letters.
The bottom of what?
Letters.
Oh.
The bottom of... Can you repeat the last word? Can anyone tell me what he said? I'm not sure. Ladders?
Yes.
Ladders. Ah, okay. Yeah, so what happened, what is the superstition with ladders? And I can show us a picture for some of our students that may be saying, what the heck is a ladder? All right, so what happens, what are you not supposed to do with a ladder? And I'm going to show us pictures. So these are ladders. What happens if you walk underneath one? It's similar to what Manel said with a broken mirror. What happens if you walk underneath a ladder?
Bad luck, no?
Yeah, for how many years?
I don't know.
It's the same. So bad luck for 7 years if you walk under a ladder, as well as if you look into a broken mirror. And so I'll show us a picture of a mirror as well, just in case. Some students don't know what they are. Ooh, sorry guys. I accidentally clicked the wrong button. All right, here we go. So mirror and the ladder. What happens with an umbrella? Do you guys know the superstition with an umbrella?
Of an umbrella in the house.
And how many years of bad luck will you have if you open it in the house or a building?
In here, it's not about bad luck. It's like it brings bad luck, but in money. For example, you become poor.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you open an umbrella in your country, you become poor.
Yeah, somehow it's just some nonsense to me.
All right. And so what are some other superstitions? So these, I've tried to name some from America to give you guys examples. Are there any others that are in your countries as well?
There is one of, they say it's not good to sew clothes on Friday because it relates to the dead people. It's like it tortures them or something like this.
What are you not supposed to do on Fridays?
Sew with the needle.
Sew.
And
oh, interesting.
yes, they say something like this. So, and if you do that, in the end, you will not be able to control your fingers. They will be, yeah. No.
I feel bad for seamstresses in your country, women that sew for money.
Well, I don't think that they all believe in it. It's just some stuff grandmothers say. So.
That's very true. Anyone have any others before we move on? Or anyone want to share if they are superstitious or aren't superstitious?
Maybe in black cat. Superstition, black cat. When you see a black cat at the night, maybe if you hit the cat or throw anything to the cat, maybe there's ghost, maybe like that.
I think it's like it has a spirit in it. It's like a ghost in a black cat form. That's
yes.
Oh, okay, so our superstitions are not as interesting as these ones. Every time it's 7 years of bad luck. I like this a lot more.
Yeah.
So It's a spirit.
Not only cat, maybe dog, a snake,
Yeah, snakes.
any black animal.
Okay,
If
so
you see it at the night, you haven't hit them, or
Yes.
maybe hurt you when
Yeah.
you're sleeping.
okay. All
Also
right. Well,
ravens.
and a raven.
Yes, they say that if there are a couple of ravens flying above your house, it means that somebody will die. And I'm not sure if this one is related to religion or it's just a superstition.
I don't know either, because even though a lot of our religions are, different, they have similarities.
Yeah.
And I know that one as well. So if you see more than one raven, or crow, so a black bird of some sorts, someone is going to die. That's what they tell us.
Yeah.
Anyone see Game of Thrones? There is something that they say is dark wings, black wings, dark works, or because they use the crows and raven to, I don't know how to say, to mail between them. No?
I don't know. I haven't heard that before, but that's why I wanted to do this class, so we can see what are the different beliefs on superstitions throughout the world. And we have a good mix of countries in class today, as well as religions, because superstitions are intertwined sometimes with religion. All right. So how are superstitions passed on? So if we take a look at question 3, how do we learn about superstitions?
I think that the main way is about through our grandmothers.
So grandmothers.
And old people.
I would definitely agree. I learned about superstitions from my grandfather. Anyone else? How do we learn about superstition? Martin mentioned grandparents.
Yes, grandparents telling you stories which happened before. So,
does anyone think that they tell us these stories to scare us so we behave?
Yes, that's for sure.
So yeah, maybe it's a tool for them to make their grandchildren and children be well behaved. Who knows? My grandfather would tell me that beets make your hair grow. So beets, they're these really red, kind of gross vegetables. I don't really like them. And he would always say, eat your beets, it makes your hair grow. And I was like, Grandpa, I don't need more hair. I have a lot of hair. But he was bald, and he was like, well, I'm going to eat my beets because I want more hair. So maybe superstitions aren't always true. All right. So what I want us to do is to read the few paragraphs about superstitions. All right. Do I have a volunteer to read the first 2 at all? So just to read.
can I, teacher?
Yes, you can.
Okay. With you?
Okay. I don't want to kick you out of class with your connection. Okay. So sorry about that to the person whose name I couldn't pronounce or read. You can definitely join class. There was just a problem with the connection. Okay. Sorry about that. Manel, can you start reading for us?
Yes, sorry, my microphone was muted. Superstitions. Would you get married on Friday the 30th? Do you avoid walking under ladders? Do black cats make you nervous? Some people are very superstitious. They carry lucky charms such as rabbit's food everywhere they go. Why is a rabbit lucky? Because it's born with its eyes open, of course. Where do superstitions come from? Long ago, people didn't have the scientific knowledge we do today. To reduce their fear about unexplainable events, people came up with rituals. They passed their beliefs down from generation to generation. Some superstitions are timeless. Floors in buildings still go from the 12th to the 14th floor, even though nobody can agree why the number 13 is unlucky.
Perfect. All right, and maybe someone who's been a little bit more quiet. What about Jaroslav? Would you mind reading for us the next 2 paragraphs? You just have to read for pronunciation. Would anyone else like to read in class?
I can read if you want.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Superstitious people think they can turn bad luck away. They knock on good, or in Britain, that's go, to avoid jinxing themselves. For example, if you say, "I've never broken a limb," you should immediately search for a table to knock on to avoid a reversal of luck. You may break your leg tomorrow if you don't. Many superstitions are related to money. For example, if you give money away on Mondays, you'll give money away all week long. If you leave your purse on the floor, you'll go broke. Gamblers are notoriously superstitious. If you are in a casino, never get up to use the washroom. Your lucky streak will go down the toilet.
Great. And so we see these words in bold. We're going to work with their definitions and what they're telling us in these paragraphs. So if you don't understand right now, don't leave class. You will by the end of class, I promise. All right. And anyone want to finish up the paragraphs for us?
Me.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Superstitions differ from culture to culture. A superstitious African mother won't cut her baby's hair before her child's first birthday. In Mexico, a bride must not wear pearls on her wedding day. Pearls symbolize tears and an unhappy marriage. Are you superstitious? How would you react if someone opened an umbrella in your living room?
Okay, awesome. So what I want us to do is to make a list of the superstitions they list in this article. So for example, in the first paragraph, we've already talked about a few of these. So walking under ladders, black cats, all right? They tell us those are superstitions. What other superstitions do they list in this article? What are some other examples that they tell us?
The number 13.
The number 13?
13, sorry. I think that about the casino, I think that it's not a superstition. It's something related, like if you left the seat, you saw your witnesses or something similar.
Yeah, so maybe that's not like the best example of a superstition. But how many of you out there are huge soccer fans or football fans or cricket? And how many of you may have a ritual? So if your team is winning, you wear the same shirt, or if the same pair of underwear, something kind of bizarre, but you think it helps your team. That's kind of what they're telling us with the casino. So if your team or you're winning a lot of money at the casino, that you shouldn't get up and leave, or you shouldn't change your shirt for the sports, because you know it's a superstition. You're helping your team by this. Is that a little clearer what they're trying to tell us?
Yes.
It's the idea of not wanting to break the winning streak.
Yes. For example, when I use a pen for a exam and I pass the exam, I try to use in the next exams.
Yeah,
No?
exactly. I don't have a pen like that, but I had a lucky pen in college that I liked writing with, so I used it for all of my exams. It was just one pen that I thought helped me pass. And I had to chew peppermint gum, because peppermint gum helps you concentrate. So, you know, peppermint gum and pen, I was ready to pass. It's definitely understandable. And I think there's maybe one more or two more superstitions they list for us. Ooh, there's a few more. So if we take a look at this paragraph, what other ones do they list? What other superstitions?
Giving money on Mondays.
Yeah, giving Monday on Mondays.
Giving money on Mondays. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it. What else? There's a few more.
The knocking on the wood.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So this paragraph right here, the idea of to get rid of your bad luck. So if you say, you know, I'm going to win the lottery, knock on wood, my desk is wood. It's the idea that I said I'm going to win it, but I didn't ruin my chances because I knocked on wood. So the knocking on wood, you're improving your chances after you say something.
Yeah.
Because it's the idea that when you make a wish, you're not supposed to tell anyone. The same sort of idea. And does anyone understand that concept of jinxing? So what is a jinx? We knock on wood because we jinxed ourselves.
Like envy?
Not envy, but...
Not ruin it.
Yeah, exactly. So jinxing is you've given yourself bad luck, so you knock to get rid of the bad luck. Okay. And this is a little random, but I think it's kind of interesting. So if you go to the US and you're hanging out or you're around young people, if we say something at the same time, so if we both say, I really want a sandwich at the same time, it's a contest to say, Jinx, you owe me a soda. Okay, so say something.
Yeah, it's similar.
At the same time, you say, Jinx, you owe me a soda. Of course, you don't really owe them a soda, but it's the idea that you won, so you'll have better luck in the future.
Yeah, we used to do that when we were kids. When you say the same thing at the same time, the first two touches gold, because we used to wear gold earrings, and we say, my father would buy me something before your father buy you something. Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, similar concepts. And it is more so for children. They'll do it more, but you may encounter someone in the US who will say, Jinx, or Jinx, you owe me a soda. And
Yes,
all right. So awesome. And what happens in Africa and in Mexico? There are two superstitions that they say happens. What are they?
In Africa, one cut her babies, her before
Yeah,
their child. first birthday.
Okay. Yeah, and what about in Mexico?
Well, pearls on her wedding.
Yeah, so the bride cannot
Yeah.
wear pearls.
Yes.
Good. Alright, so we're going to go back up, and we're going to do match the words on the left with the meaning on the right. So for instance, we want to see what letter number 1 goes with. Alright, and so we have 10. We have 9 students in class, so each student is going to get 1, and then we can do the last one together. Okay, so Ali, number 1. Martin, 2. Hatim, 3. Jocelyn, 4. Manel, 5. Samir, 6. Sandeep, 7. Tomohiro, 8. And Jaroslav, 9. Does everyone know their numbers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. So we'll start when Ali is ready because he's our number 1. Okay.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Always so quick with the vocab, Ali. It's great.
Yes.
No, that's perfect.
Okay. Nervous. It's B. Worried about what might happen.
Yeah, exactly. So 1 is B. And I'll write the answers in chat for us. Okay. Martin, do you have number 2? It's okay if you don't. We can give you another minute.
Now I have.
You good?
Superstitious. Yeah. Having a strong belief in something that is not based on science or fact.
Good. So 2 is J. Ooh, I wrote K. That's my mistake. J. Sorry about that. What about Hatim, number 3?
Ritual.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is action repeated due to custom or belief.
Yeah, so what letter is that?
It's E.
Yeah, so 3 is E. Good job. All right, and Jocelyn, do you have number 4? So you just have to unmute yourself. We can't hear you. It's at the top right. You should see a microphone icon. And so when I clicked it, you would see a red icon, and we're looking for that. Okay, so she typed it in for us. Okay, so 4, timeless, lasts forever, does not end. Good job. All right. And Manel, 5?
Jinx. It's F. To cause bad luck to happen.
Exactly. 5 is F. All right. Samir, 6.
Reversal. It is letter D. A change in direction.
Yeah, good job. You guys are doing really well. Number 7, casino.
Yeah, me.
Monday?
It's C. A place for gambling for money.
Exactly. 7C. All right. And Tomohiro, 8. What is a lucky streak? Okay. So can we do number 8 as a class? Does anyone know the answer for lucky streak?
I.
Yes, I. Can you read the answer for us?
Yes, good fortune that comes again and again in a short time.
Perfect. And Jaroslav, number 9?
Number 9. I don't know what is this.
Notorious. All right, can we help him out?
G, well known for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's G. So if we take a look.
G well known for.
So if we take a look at the paragraph, we see it's used in the article 1, 2, 3. It's in the fourth paragraph. Wow. And it says, gamblers are notoriously superstitious. So gamblers are known for being superstitious. All right. And what about number 10? Can we do that as a class? What is react?
To respond.
Exactly. Good job, guys. To respond to an event or situation. All right. Good job. All right. Okay, and so now we're going to work on the comprehension. Okay. So, question number 1. All right, so why is a rabbit a symbol of luck? And we talked a little bit about this in my last class, if some of you saw the video, and for some of you that were in class.
Because it's born with its eyes open.
Yeah, I've never heard of that, but it's pretty common for people to carry a rabbit's foot. And I guess because it's born with its eyes open, it's lucky. All right. So where did superstitions originate? Number 2. So why do we have them today? What did people in the past think? Any ideas? So if we take a look, the answer is in the second paragraph. So I'll highlight it here for you guys. So I'm going to give an example. So in Europe, okay, in the medieval ages, what happened to Europe that killed a lot of the population? Does anyone know what disease came to Europe? Any ideas?
Plague?
Yeah, so the plague came to Europe. And so they had no medical knowledge or scientific knowledge about how this disease spread. But they were superstitious. They thought that the smell of the rotting bodies, because the plague turns you black, you get sores that pus. It's really disgusting. And you smell. Your body decays while you're still alive. So they thought this bad smell was spreading the plague to all of the people. We know today that this is false. It was spread by fleas, by water, all right? It wasn't spread by smell. But what people would do was they would have a kerchief, so a piece of fabric with perfume on it, and they would walk around like this, okay? And you can still see some people today, they wear masks to prevent the spread of SARS, I think. So you may see some tourists who walk around with a mask because they don't want to catch or spread a disease. And that's scientifically proven today for some diseases. But back in the day, the plague, this did nothing. So smelling perfume did nothing to help you. So how did this start? How did this superstition start? What was the reason? Why did people start smelling their kerchiefs and perfume?
I think that they tried to have a reason.
Yeah. So these superstitions started because people wanted a reason for events that they did not understand. They used these words, scientific knowledge. So like today, we know about cells, we know about atoms, we know about the weather, the solar system. They had no idea. So what did they use? What did they come up with to help explain these events? It's one of our vocab words.
Ritual.
Yeah, so they came up with certain rituals, all right? And not all of them remain in use today. Most people don't walk around smelling perfume because they think they're going to get sick. So they're not timeless. But some superstitions, like the number 13, you know, they've been around for a long time, okay? But we don't have a reason for why the number 13 is unlucky, all right? All right. And so that's the next question. So why does the reading mention the 13th floor of a building? What is so interesting about that number? What do we do with it? Or not do, I guess. So if you visit New York City and you are in a skyscraper, will you ever be on the 13th floor?
No,
I
because
think no.
there is no 13th floor.
Yeah, so what numbers do they use? What do they do?
They, I don't know, skip this number?
Yeah, they skip it. Perfect. So you'll have number 10, 11, 12, 14. So there's no 13. Good. And I'll write that down. That's perfect. To skip a number. All right. Good. Okay. We already talked about the last two. All right. So good. All right, so let's do the vocabulary review before class ends. So the activity right underneath comprehension. All right. Does someone want to try number 1 at all? And so what we're doing is we're taking words from the paragraphs here. So we have to find the sentence with the missing word.
I think nervous.
Yes.
Nervous. Yeah, exactly. So superstitious people feel nervous when a black cat is near. Good. What about number 2? And number 2 is a darker vocabulary word.
Jinxing.
Yeah, jinxing.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to read the complete sentence for us? I think it was Ali. Okay. So knock on wood to avoid jinxing yourself. Okay. What about number 3?
Streak.
You're having a lucky streak at the
Moment?
Casino.
moment or casino, yeah. So moment does work, but casino is one of the words they give us. But good. You're having a lucky streak at the moment or casino. Don't get up to use the washroom. All right. What about number 4? Mexican brides are blank superstitious. They perform many blank on their wedding day. So this, we're using...
Great superstitious?
what word?
Mexican brides are great superstitious?
Are a bit superstitious. Yeah. And they perform many blank on their wedding day. This is also a dark vocabulary word. So it's
Rituals.
yeah, rituals. Good. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is end class here. And does anyone have any questions, or does anyone want to share a personal opinion and maybe get some speaking practice in before we end class in 4 minutes. So any questions or anything you want to say about superstitions at all? And superstitions that may exist in your country? So
I think it's Jaroslav. I think that all people are superstitious little.
So you think that older people tend to be more superstitious?
Yeah. And I think I'd like to say about the 13th Friday.
Can you repeat?
I think that we shouldn't afraid.
So you think we shouldn't be afraid?
About Friday, I know that people afraid this day. Yeah. Oh, can you hear me?
Can you repeat? Because there is some background noise, so it's a little hard to hear. Okay. Can you repeat, Jaroslav?
Oh, I'd like to say about Friday the 13th.
Ah, Friday the 13th. Yes.
Yes. I think that we shouldn't afraid this day because we saw all people saw 21st December of 20.
Okay. So yeah, we shouldn't be afraid of the 13th of April, just like we shouldn't be afraid of December 21st. Nothing happened. Nothing bad happened. So yeah, good point. All right, so this is where I'm going